Hi guys, welcome back to another video. I want to talk about the hurry at the start. You know, when the umpire blows the whistle for the runners to get ready to start running, there's this rush. Even though you're running a marathon and you know that this is not going to be decided by speed, we can't help but, give that first step a bit of an oomph. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't start slowly just because we know it's a marathon and then pick up speed. We start fast and then pace ourselves through that speed just simply because, it's like your first lap, you're still trying to be like in the top 5. You don't want to lag behind. You still want to be top 5. Even though you know that this is going on for 10 laps and it's better you conserve your speed and then move towards that by the 8th, 9th. Similarly, in our 20s, we all know subconsciously that at least we hope for a long life. And with a long life comes, even though we say, objectively, we live very short lives and before you know it's over. But at least taking it day by day, we have a lot of time on our hands in our 20s. And the hurry to become, the hurry to make it, the hurry to be rich, the hurry to be stable and have it figured out is very understandable because it's like we're like fish out of water. For a long time we were coddled by our parents. We had a clear, defined system. Go to school. Go to school, read, pass our exams, go to the next class, And for a long time, that's all we knew. There was a defined structure. But then after graduation, suddenly we are thrown into what the real world looks like. And the real world is uncertain. We can plan, but the real world makes do of our plans as a choice. It doesn't see it as priority. It takes it, okay, whatever. It's like every day brings something new that you do not necessarily expect, and because of that, it's very anxiety inducing for us. It's like, come on, like, now what's next? Like, we're in such a hurry to return to that defined system, to be able to breathe and know that, and have a little, be able to at least predict a little bit what your tomorrow is going to look like. And in our early 20s, we don't have that. It's very uncertain. It's very tough. We don't know what we're doing. We don't know where we're headed. Some of us don't even know what we want to do. We went to school because our parents said we should study this, and that's what we did. But whether we really enjoy it is a different thing entirely. What we want to do for the rest of our lives, we don't honestly know. Some of us do, but some of us don't. So I think the hurry at the start is understandable, and honestly, it is needed. You need to have that feeling, that sense of urgency for you to tackle the things that you need to tackle on time. There are some people who don't have that sense of urgency. Maybe because they have well-to-do parents, or for one reason or the other, they just don't have that urgency at the start. They're the ones who go to the parties. Nothing is wrong with going to parties, but like, there are people who have made the parties and the carefree lifestyle their identity. That's who they are. As opposed to some of us who, we enjoy that life once in a while. We get to go out, have fun, but for the most part, we are very dedicated towards bettering our lives and our future and planning ahead. Some people are genuinely just carefree in their 20s. They just feel like this is the path. This is the time for you to enjoy. This is time for you to breathe and do all that. And while, yes, your 20s come with the least responsibility, it's not necessarily the time for you to enjoy your life. Yeah? Because you can still enjoy your life in your 30s and 40s, So my reasoning is, why not spend your 20s being concerned about your future, working towards your goals, since this is the time of least responsibility, yeah? Doing what you have to ensure that you have a brighter future. And then in your 30s and 40s, reap the fruits of that labor, So you spend 10 years, a decade, really going at it, and then set yourself up so that for the next 60 years, you're good. I think that makes more sense. I think 10 years of carefree lifestyle in order for the remaining 50 years to be a grind is a worse trade-off, It's worse to give 10 years of pure pleasure and entertainment and then get back 60 years, 70 plus years of struggle, as opposed to 10 years of effort, genuine effort and struggle. And not completely a struggle, because like I said, you get to enjoy yourself as you go, but be more focused in your early 20s, yeah, and then set yourself up so that in your 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, you're more or less cruising, because you've established a firm foundation, you've built and scaled a business, you understand the industry you want to go into, and you're more or less, you have a vision, you are already defined in your path in life. That makes more sense, so that in your 30s, 40s, even though yes, responsibilities come, you are unbothered by them, because by this point, the hope is you are now financially independent. You are able to make decisions and do them on your own without necessarily expecting help from anybody. You are able to you have done the mental, the emotional work, the inner work, the shadow work, as Carl Jung will put it. Basically, you're just a very, very refined and developed version of yourself. Your 30-year-old self is a more matured, more settled, more financially stable, more balanced version of your 20-year-old self. And I think proceeding with your life from that point is going to be one of enjoyment, because now the real enjoyment is being free. Free from what, you say? Free from the cycle of the 9-to-5 jobs, the cycle of the break your back every single day of the week and rest only on Sundays and Saturdays if your boss is forgiving. Free from the average experience of the everyday man. Being able to be your own boss, be in control of your own time, your own space, your own energy, working when you feel like, and delegating the rest when you don't. Freedom of space to be wherever you want, whenever you want, at whatever time. And I think that is the goal, because in that type of existence, you get to truly live. You get to truly explore the world and yourself, because you have all this time in the world, because you have control of your time, as opposed to spending 8-10 hours a day giving your time, energy and attention to somebody else's idea and business, coming back and not even having time for yourself, only to sleep and repeat the day again. I don't think that's a life, And so for the people who are scared of the grind, who don't want to be consistent because it doesn't pay off quickly, the hurry at the start, I need you to understand it's better to give 5, 6, 7 years of your life with that uncertainty, but working towards a vision that you have for yourself. And honestly, usually more often than not, if you know what you're doing, it pays off. The structure is out there. It's everywhere. The blueprint is not hard to find. The blueprint for success. The hard part is seeing it through. It's following through it. It's going through all the doubts, the insecurity, the fear. That's the hard part. That's what keeps a lot of people back in life. But to be successful in whatever field you choose to enter, it's out there, or it's on YouTube. It's a click away. You just need to find it. It's like everybody knows what it takes to succeed, but not everybody is willing to do it. And that's the difference. So you follow the blueprint set by the people who have done it before you. You know, it's a bit different for everybody, but for the most part, you take the ones that apply to you and you go at it consistently. I think success, especially when you add it with God, with prayer, I think success is really just a matter of when, you know? So if you can give 5 to 7 years, I don't even want to say 10, right? 5 to 7 of your years of your life of consistent, dedicated effort, you know, I think that's a small price to pay for the remaining 80 plus years of your life that you're going to spend reaping the benefits and rewards of just a few years of a little bit of hardship, you know? And I think that's the point I was trying to make in this video. So if you found this helpful, please, you know, I would love a subscribe, I would love a share, I would love a like, and a comment, if you will. Let me know what hit you, what line really touched you in this video. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. It's your boy 10, and I'm out. Peace.